So, as you've probably seen from the title, this is going to be one of those videos where I'm just going to be super direct and super straightforward with you because you're clearly not understanding something if you've reached the end of 2025 and you're still out of shape. As you've seen from the title, if you're fat as a Muslim, then you're being ungrateful to Allah. That's not just me saying something just to get on your nerves or anything like that. I'm saying that because it's actually true. You're in a position where you have this well-functioning body. You have everything working for you. You have food, you have access to the gym, you have so much free time. And you're still you're treating this body as if it's like just nothing. You're just piling on food and you're not saying no. You don't have a consistent structure with anything. You don't have, you say you want to get in shape, you say you want to lose 50 pounds, 60 pounds, but you don't, you fold 2 weeks into it's starting any workout program. Anything that you start, it's gone within 2 to 3 weeks. And then you're like, oh, it's probably my genetics. It's probably just because my food's culture and my culture's food or GMO foods or whatever, like, lame excuse you have. Guys, it's you have to understand that we're, as Muslims, we have an obligation to be thankful for all the blessings that we have in life. It's not something optional. It's not something, oh, as long as I'm praying my 5 times, a day, then I'm good. And I can live the rest of my life as I want. Your prayers are supposed to transform you. They're supposed to make you actually connect with the rest of your life. If your prayers are just like this quick hit and run kind of thing, then you're not learning anything from it. You're not getting you're not taking anything from the prayer if that's your excuse. You have to see everything in your life as a blessing. If you read the Quran, then there's so many places where Allah He says, look at this, look at that, look at everything that I've given you. Why aren't you more grateful? Even the devil, when he promised to lead mankind astray, what did he say? He said to Allah that you will not find Muslim to be grateful. And that's exactly what you're doing as a Muslim if you're overweight, if you're fat. And don't give me this excuse of like, oh, it's this, I have this condition. You don't have any condition, bro. You don't have any condition. You don't have anything. The only thing that you have is a lack of action and a lack of gratitude, deep gratitude to Allah. Because think about it. If you were truly, truly grateful to Allah for what He had given you, then you would take care of this body so well because you see it as a gift. Just imagine, you were born, you didn't have eyesight. You were missing an arm or something. And, believe it or not, there's like millions of people who live, with all kinds of disabilities. You have no idea how good you have it, bro. You have absolutely no idea. So for you to be in this position where you're fat, where you're out of shape, where you have, you can't even, jog for 5 minutes without like wheezing. Every time you go up the stairs, it's like you're doing cardio. Every time you have to lift something heavy, you hesitate because you're like, well, I'm not trained. I can't do this. Anytime, you have to, you with your friends, with your boys, and, you're in the pool or something, and you have to, you can't even take your shirt off. It's just like you're putting yourself in such all these embarrassing situations simply because you're not grateful. And just think about this. This doesn't end with you. Don't be so selfish. This doesn't end with you. Think about it when you get married. You might be thinking like, oh, to get married, like all I need to do is be a good Muslim, make X amount of money, and I'll be good. Fine, it might work that way. But will your wife truly respect you if she sees how you're living right now? How you don't have any discipline, you don't have any structure. You say you want to do certain things like get in the gym, lose the weight, but you don't actually hold yourself to anything. Why will she respect you, bro? Tell me, why would she respect anything that comes out of your mouth? Why would your kids, if you have kids or you're going to have kids, why would they look up to you as a role model? When they know that dad, when Baba, he can't even hold his own word. He's been saying he wants to get in shape or lose the belly or whatever, but he hasn't done it for the past 5 years. What kind of example are you setting for your son? Even for your daughter. For your daughter, when she's going to start looking for a man, she's going to compare him to you. For better or for worse. If you set the wrong example, then she's going to find the opposite of you. She's going to be like, I don't want my husband to be anything like my dad because he doesn't hold himself to his word. Or if you actually set a good example, then she will want her future husband to be just like you. And your son, he needs an example of what a true man is. You know, the reason why I have this passion for fitness is because when I was younger, when I was 4 or 5 years old, my dad he had like a, simple bench set up at home. We would be, benching, just push-ups, just random stuff. And even though it wasn't like something he sustained, it was still there in my core memory. It's like, hey, my dad is someone who takes care of his health. And he's still doing it now. Like, he still works out. So I need you to understand this, that you're doing yourself a massive you're not doing yourself any favors by being out of shape at this point. Because if you're seeing this, we're at the tail end of 2025. And it's not a lack of information that's holding you back. It's not a lack of, I don't know what to do. I don't know what the best split is. I don't know what diet is right for me. It's none of that. You're using all of these things as excuses. The only thing that's holding you back is your unwillingness to actually truly show gratitude to Allah for the body He's given you. It's as simple as that, man. It's truly as simple as that, because again, like I said, if you were truly grateful and if you understood what this body actually represents, it's a gift from Allah, then not only would you start taking care of it, but once you actually started taking care of it, you actually lost the fat, you actually put yourself in a position where your conditioning was good, where you had some muscle mass, then you would start worshiping Allah with more energy. That's something that you don't even think about. You're like, oh, I'm doing fine just because I'm praying. How much more energy and how much more relaxed would you feel in your prayers when you knew that your belly wasn't, you weren't self-conscious of your belly fat, or your knees weren't hurting, or your ankles weren't hurting? And these are things that I experienced. I've talked about this. When I was at 210 pounds, my heaviest, 32% body fat, I could not walk for more than 10 minutes without my ankles hurting. It got to a point where, as I was starting to lose weight, as I was doing cardio every single day, my ankles started hurting so bad that I had to pray sitting on the floor for like a week or so until it got better. I know what that feels like. I know how much it hurts. The pain that you think you have to endure because you're going to have to start working out and you have to start eating a certain way and starting to go to bed on time, not staying up late and all this kind of stuff, that pain is nothing compared to the pain you're experiencing right now. Because I'll tell you, if you're 50 pounds overweight, because as I've lost 53 pounds at this point. You have no idea how much your life changes. Go back, actually, I'll challenge you. Go back to my earliest videos. Go to my YouTube, sort by oldest, see how much just my face has changed. I was looking at my YouTube the other day and I was like, that's a completely different guy. I don't know who he is, but he happens to have the same name as me, and he happens to look kind of like me. That's how much my life has changed by losing weight, by losing fat specifically. And as I was going about this journey, I just started having so much gratitude to Allah that He's even given me the opportunity to take care of my health, to change. That's something that you're not getting through your head, because the pain is not that bad for you. Let's be honest. It's not that bad for you until you start getting more joint pain, until someone says something, a rude comment, until you go to Umrah or Hajj and you realize that you're huffing and puffing, you can't do sa'i or tawaf as you should, and you're very self-conscious in your pictures and all this. Until something hits you, you're not going to change. It's just a simple fact of it. I didn't change until I realized that I was getting way too heavy for my age, or just at that stage of my life. I was like, this can't be okay. I can't keep doing this forever. And I want this to be a wake-up call for you. I want this to be a wake-up call for you because you're running out of time. I'm not saying this to be a doomer or anything. I'm just saying you're making this worse with every single month, every single year that passes by. Because the reality is, it doesn't take that long to change the condition that you're in. The reason it took me, over 2.5 years to lose 50 pounds is because I didn't know what to do. I had no plan. I had no strategy. I had no coach. I didn't have anything. I was just kind of figuring things out as I was going. But now I know what it takes. I've helped other men do the same thing. So it's not a question of, so it's going to take me like, another 2 years. If it took me 5 years to get out of shape, it's going to take me 5 years to get in shape. It's not like that. You're so blessed to be in a position where you can change your body in 3 to 6 months. 3 to 6 months from now, you could be 50 pounds down. You could have some lean muscle mass. You could be strong. You could not have these insecurities around your body, and you would be a completely different person. I'm saying that as a fact, as a promise. I'm being super serious with this, bro. I'm speaking to you like a brother because if I had a younger brother who was letting his health go, I would talk to him the same way. Like, bro, what the hell are you doing? What are you doing? Get yourself in order. Start hitting the gym. Put together a meal plan that actually works for you. If you don't know how to do any of this, then reach out. This is exactly what I do for my clients. I set everything up for them, so they don't have to worry. They just have to eat the food and train as I tell them to train, and everything is taken care of for them. So, bro, the reason I put this video out is because I had this idea, and I was thinking, what does someone need to hear when they're in this position? They don't need to be told what macros are, what protein is, or what a drop set is. None of that actually truly matters. All you need to be reminded of is that you're being ungrateful right now. Because I'll end on this, bro. When you stand before Allah on the Day of Judgment and He asks you, what did you do with the body I gave you? What will you say to Him? What will you respond with? Because if the answer is, I really like the chips, the ice cream, the shawarma runs 5 times a week with the boys, and just taking triples at the weddings. Food was really good. That's why I didn't really take care of my body, and ended up having coronary artery disease and type 2 diabetes. So that's the answer I have to give you. That's not gonna fly. That's not gonna work, bro. That's gonna be a moment of extreme disappointment, extreme, just I don't even know how to put it into words, man. It's like, how are you going to say that to Allah, your creator? He's asking you, what did you do with this gift I gave you? Among other questions. But this is one of the questions He will ask you. I gave you this gift. What did you do with it? Why did you abuse it? Didn't you know how to get in shape? Didn't you have people who had done it before you who could give you some advice, who could hold you accountable? And who knows? Who knows what your fate will be after that question? But if you decide to change, and if you set the intention that, Ya Allah, I'm going to get in shape for your sake. I'm going to get in shape to honor this body, to show gratitude for this body. Then when you stand before Allah, even if you were to pass away tomorrow, but you had set this intention, you had to set that plan in motion, then you can say to Allah on the Day of Judgment that, Ya Allah, I didn't get the opportunity because you had decreed my life to be a certain span, but I had the intention to get in shape and honor and truly show gratitude to you for this body. Then He may forgive you. That He may actually accept that as a good deed, as a noble deed, and make your path to paradise just that much easier. So as a Muslim, you have to understand that this is not just about, six-pack abs and 16-inch arms or anything like that. It's not about that, because at the end of the day, when we all go into our graves, none of this matters. It's about, did you show Allah that you actually valued the gift He gave you? Because if you did, then you passed the test. It was all a test to begin with. This body He gave you, it's a gift, but it's also a test. What are you going to do with it? Allah didn't have to give you this body. He didn't have to give me this body. I could have been born in any way that he chose, but He gave me this as a blessing and as a test. So the question is for you is, what are you going to do with this? Because again, you don't know how long you have to live. if you were to pass away tomorrow and you had not set the intention of, I'm going to take care of this, then what are you gonna say? What are you gonna present yourself with? So I'm gonna end it right there. If you need help, if you need to get in shape and you have 50 pounds to lose, you want to put on muscle, you also want to work on your deen as you're going about this process, then click the first link in the description. I'm going to walk you through the entire process if you qualify. But again, take care of the body that Allah's given you and show gratitude to Him for it. I'll catch you in the next video.